So we will start about the beginning of the pelvic part of the large intestine. That is what is said to be as a rectum. Now this rectum, as the name itself suggests, or as the name which is the self-explanatory, it is straight. But this rectum, which is the beginning of the pelvic part of the large intestine, is not straight. It is having two anteroposterior curvatures and then two lateral curvatures. So this rectum, it starts from the water, that of the third piece of the sacrum. This is the S3. From that it will be running backwards, then downwards, and forwards. So this will be the what? Rectum. Now this rectum, it will be going to end to give the beginning of that of the anal canal. Anal canal. At anococcygeal, I mean to say anorectal junction. Anorectal junction. Now this rectum, which is a true pelvic part of the large intestine. Now this rectum, in case of the water, that of the male, it is present keeping in front the urinary bladder, seminal vesicles, and what ductus deferens, and that of the beginning of the prostate. This is in case of male. Now in case of female, this you can say rectum, it is placed definitely keeping in front the urinary bladder, pelvic part of the ureters, then that of the uterus, then the fallopian tubes, then the ovaries. So this will be the what? That of the rectum in female. So this is what? The third piece of the sacrum. So this will be the remaining part, and this will be the tip of Pocus. So this will be the, in case of female, that what you will be having. So this is the vagina. This is the urethra. So this will be the pubic symphysis. So this is the pubic symphysis. So this will be in. So now this rectum, which will be having a length of 12 centimeter, its length is 12 centimeter. This you can say rectum externally, it will be not going to show any of that of the appendages, epiploicae, or the saculations. Apart from that, it will be exhibiting on its external surface entire course the longitudinal bands. Those are called as the water tinea coli. One will be anterior and two will be there, one right side and the left side, or rather what you say, posterolaterally and posteromedially you will be having, as you will be going to get in the what other parts of the large intestine, abdominal part. So that will be the thing. Now after having had that, this rectum, which will be having a what, that of the first, there will be a what, concavity, and then there will be a what, as it will be going to run downwards, and then forwards and downwards, you will be going to have the water that of the posterior convex, posterior concavity. In the beginning, you have got the posterior convexity, and at the lower part, you will be having an anterior convexity. So you have got the concavo-convex curves. So you will be having the two upper part, anteriorly it is concave, while posteriorly it is convex. The same thing in the lower part, it will be the what anteriorly convexity is there, posteriorly you will be going to have the little concavity, and then you will be having a little concavity on the what that of the lateral sides beginning, and the what convexity at the what that of the you can say left side. So this will be the course. Now the rectum which will be there, it will be going to end in the inococcygeal junction. So this inococcygeal junction, it will be there, just you can say 2 2. So this tip of the coccyx, so this tip of the coccyx in female 2 to 2 centimeter, 2 to 2 centimeter from the tip of the coccyx, it will be going to end into the water that of the rectum to give rise to the water that of the beginning of the anal canal, where the rectum will be going to end at that particular point. So tip of the coccyx. So tip of the coccyx, when it comes, it will be going to become a total musculature and then becomes as a what? Anal canal. And that anal canal, after running a little distance, that is little forwards and then downwards, it will be going to end into the what? Anal orifice in the anal triangle of the water that of the perineum. Both in case of male and in female. But in case of male, it will be going to just behind the water that of the you can say urogenital orifice in the perineum, in the urogenital triangle, behind it will be, but it will be going to get open into the water anal triangle in the perineum, which is just behind, little above the water urogenital orifice in the perineum. Now coming to the water that of the you can say when that anal canal makes opening into the water anal triangle in the water that of the perineum, in case of the female, it will be going to get open just behind the water, not only the urinary opening by the urethra and the water genital opening that of the you can say vagina. So that will be there. But just behind the water that of the anal orifice, you will be going to have the water that of the you can say perineal muscles. So those perineal muscles, you will be going to have the water coccygeneous muscles and the piriformis muscles, they will be there. So this is what, how it will be there. Now let us will see this here you can say rectum, which is said to be as a what, one of the true pelvic part of the water that of the large intestine, and definitely it is the beginning of the water that of the pelvic part of the large intestine. How it will be related in case of the water that of the male and in case of the females. So this will be what you will be going to get into the view, like what you will be going to get. So now we will go first to the water that of the relation of the water that of the you can say rectum in case of the water male. In case of the male, the rectum in front, the rectum in front. So this is the rectum. Now you have to take a cut section, and then you will be going to have this is in front. Anteriorly, it is related to that of the you can say urinary bladder, urinary It is also related to pubic symphysis and what that of the retropubic space or retropubic pouch. Then what you will be going to have behind this rectum now, this is what the rectum here. Now behind, when you are coming across, behind it is related to, before going to the what posterior relation of the what rectum in male, you will be going to have that in front only. You will be having a vesicular arteries, vesicular veins, vesicular group of lymph vessels, and then seminal vesicular arteries, seminal vesicular veins, seminal vesicular group of lymph vessels, and sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerves which are reaching to the what urinary bladder, vesicular, parasympathetic and sympathetic, and the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve which will be reaching to the what that of the seminal vesicle, even the what that of the ejaculatory ducts, blood vessels, veins of the water that of the you can say ejaculatory duct which will be draining, and the lymph vessels which will be draining the water that of the ejaculatory duct, and then the nerve filament which will be supplying to the water that of the sympathetic and parasympathetic ejaculatory ducts. Then you will be going to have the further the arteries which will be supplying to the water that of the pelvic part of the water ureters, ureteric arteries, ureteric veins which will be supplying to the pelvic part of the ureters, and then lymphatic drainage of the water that of the pelvic part of the ureters, then the nerves which will be supplying to the water sympathetic and the parasympathetic pelvic part of the water ureters, that is the nerves, innervations. So that will be there. This is all what you will be getting in front. Now what you will be going to get behind, posteriorly, the pelvic part of the water that of the large intestine, or rather the beginning of the what pelvic part of the large intestine, that is what is said to be as rectum, posteriorly related to, there will be a what that of the you can say sacrums, that is the concavity of the water that of the concavity of sacrum. Then you will be having the water that of the coccyx, concavity of the water that of the coccyx. Then the sacral spinal nerves, then the water that of the you can say arteries which will be reaching to the water that of the you can say rectum, that is the superior rectal arteries, middle rectal arteries, inferior rectal arteries, along with this there will be the water superior rectal veins, middle rectal veins, and inferior rectal veins. So these will be the water that of the you can say things. Now you will be going to have lymph vessels. There are many superior, inferior rectal lymph vessels. Then you will be having an inferior mesenteric group of lymph vessels. Then you will be going to have the water descending branch of sigmoidal arteries. Then you will be having the internal iliac artery, internal iliac veins. Then there are the what nerve fluxes, inferior inferior hypogastric plexus of nerves, which is nothing but the anastomosis between the not anastomosis, it is the water flexure formed by the water nerves earlier and after the sympathetic ganglion. That is what is said to be as the autonomic nervous system. So that is called as what inferior hypogastric plexus, which is formed by the what pelvic plexus. Now this pelvic plexus or the inferior hypogastric plexus, it is formed by the what right and left vagus joining with the what that of the sympathetic and the spinal segment of this nerves. So these things will be there. So this is a relation. Now laterally on either side, in the water that of the male, it will be the water lateral wall of the water that of the true pelvic cavity, which is nothing but which is formed by the muscles. Now those muscles are the water pubic. Those muscles are the levator ani. Now these levator ani are the iliococcygeneus, pubococcygeneus muscles. They are the part. Apart from that, you will be having other muscles which will be there behind. Now those are the what? Coccygeneus muscles, and the water that of the, you can say, sharing with the water of superficial transverse peroneal muscles and the deep transverse peroneal muscles. So those will be the things which forms on one side. Then it is also related laterally. Laterally, I mean to say, you have got this is anterior, this is posterior. So you can take it as this is medially and this will be the what? Laterally. So this will be the laterally, left laterally. So this will be the what? Medially. Or you can take it as a what? That of the origin. So not medially, you can take it left laterally. So they all will be there here. Levator ani. Levator ani is the fusion of iliococcygeneus and the pubococcygeneus. Then coccygeneus muscles and the transverse peroneal muscles, all are there. Together forms the what? Pelvic diaphragm. Then laterally it is related to further pelvic fasciates. Then fat areolar tissues. Then you will be having a vessels. Now those vessels which will be there, which will be there all the way. Now those are the what? Where you can say which will be reaching to the water that of the pelvic part. Now those are the which will be reaching even infralateral surfaces of that of the, where you can say all the, you can say, pelvic organs. Then you will be going to have the what further. Now those things are what is said to be as those things are there. Even you can say nerves are there. Now those nerves which will be reaching to the water that of these levator ani muscle, pubococcygeneus, iliococcygeneus, superficial deep transverse peroneal muscles, and then coccygeneus muscles, and then the piriformis muscle which will be there reaching. So this will be the what? Lateral relation. Now laterally it is also related to the what? Pararectal pouches, which is formed by the water that of the pelvic reflection of the peritoneum. Apart from that, there is a pre-rectal space is there. So these are the what? Relation of the water that of the rectum in male. Now you have to go to the water, relation of the water that of the rectum in case of female. Now anteriorly it is related to, so this is anteriorly. uterus, cervix part of the uterus, then uterine arteries, then the what that of the ovarian arteries, then uterine veins, ovarian veins, and the vessels which will be reaching to arteries which will be reaching to salpinx, that is the fallopian tubes, veins which will be draining the water, that of the fallopian tube. Apart from that, there will be a water lymph vessels of the water, that of the uretary group of lymph vessels and the nodes. Then the water, that of the ovarian lymph vessels and the lymph nodes. Then the lymph vessels and the lymph nodes which will be reaching to the water salpinx or fallopian tube. Now these all things are there in the water broad ligament of the uterus. So that will be there in front. Now after having had this, you will be having again pelvic part of the ureter, arteries which will be reaching to the what pelvic part of the ureter, that is the ureteric arteries, veins which will be draining the water, that of the pelvic part of ureters, then the lymph vessels which will be there many in the water, that of the pelvic, which will be draining the water afferent and different vessels from the what pelvic part of the ureters. Then you will be going to have sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments which will be there to the what uterus supplying and the what fallopian tube supplying and the ovaries which will be supplying, and then the pelvic part of the ureter which will be supplying. Then after all, you will be having again, there will be a water urinary bladder. Now urinary bladder is related in front in case of the water, that of the female, urinary bladder in front of the pelvic part of the water, that of the large intestine, that is rectum. Then the water superior and the water inferior vesicular arteries, superior inferior vesicular veins and the middle, and the what middle vesicular arteries. Then the lymph vessels which will be reaching to the water or draining the what entire urinary bladder afferent and different. Then you have got the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments which will be supplying to the urinary bladder. So these are all related in front. Now what will be there behind? Behind the water, that of the, you can say, beginning of the pelvic part of the large intestine, that is rectum. In case of female also, it is related to the water, that of the sacrum. From the water, that of the, you can say, third piece, to the water ending of the sacrum, and then part of the beginning of the water, that of the entire coccyx. Then it is related to again, this is what sacrum behind, then the what coccyx, then the muscle what is said to be as a piriformis. Then one more muscle will be there, coccygeneus. Then you have got the nerves. Those are the sacral spinal nerves, which are coming out from the ventral sacral foramina, and they will be supplying to the water remaining upper surface of that of the pelvic diaphragm, and as well as the water. It is a nerve supply for the water spinal or a sympathetic to that rectum. So this will be the water relation. On either side, that is laterally, It is related to the water that of the lateral wall of the water that of the true pelvic cavity, that is nothing but part of the water piriformis which is coming from the water that of the behind, and then coccygeneus muscle which is said to be as a part of that of the urogenital diaphragm, rather what you say as a pelvic diaphragm as a mixture, and then it is related to the water. Other than that, it is related to even in the male and in the female, which will be holds good for both the sex. That is what is said to be as a pararectal pouches, which is a pouch formed by that of the pelvic part of the water, that of the peritoneum, and the pre-rectal space. Then pubococcygeneus and the iliococcygeneus muscles, which will be going to form or share to form part and parcel of the water that of the pelvic diaphragm, pelvic fasciae, parietal part of the pelvic part of the peritoneum, and the water reflection of the water visceral part of the that of the peritoneum. All it will be related, including the nerves that which supply into the water that of the pelvic diaphragm, vessels which will be supplying to the water that of the pelvic diaphragm. Vessels in the sense arteries, veins, lymph, all will be related laterally. So laterally here I cannot show. So but you can make it as this is left laterally. So this may be going to become as either medially or rather it is said to be as a right laterally, because her rectum will be not there exactly in the midline, because it will be going to start from the ending of the sigmoid at the third piece of the sacral vertebrae from that. So it will be taken as a medial or right lateral. Okay, then behind it is related to again one more in both the sex, in male and in female, sigmoidal mesocolon. So this is the lower part of the sigmoidal mesocolon on the both the sides. So it will be there at the beginning of the rectum. So this is what the relation. Now after having had the relations, now you have to go to the internal of the water that of the rectum. The rectum shows the horizontal or the transverse folds. This is internal of rectum. Shows horizontal or the transverse folds, and at the lowest part of the rectum where it will be going to end into the water, rectal junction, there will be a water longitudinal folds which will be appearing like a dentate, or the dentate folds appearing like a tooth. So these will be the thing, and you will be having some forces in between the horizontals and the longitudinal. These are called as the what? Rectal sacs or the pouch, which are there inside, pockets like. This will be the thing internal. Now you will be going to get the what? Blood supply for the rectum. Blood supply for the rectum is definitely by the water that of the, you can say, 3 arteries. Now those 3 arteries are the water. Superior rectal arteries. So blood supply for the rectum is by the rectal arteries. They are by the water. Rectal arteries. They are successively from the superior rectal arteries, middle rectal arteries, and inferior rectal arteries. Rectal arteries. So these all, they are the branches of the main trunk. Superior rectal artery, it is the branch of that of the, you can say, sigmoidal arteries. Sigmoidal artery is the branch of that of the inferior mesenteric artery. Middle rectal artery, it is the branch of that of the, you can say, internal iliac. respective veins. So those are the what is said to be as the superior rectal veins, middle rectal veins and the inferior rectal veins. Now all these veins after draining superficial and deep part of that of the you can say rectum, both in male and in the female, it will be going to get open into the what main venous trunk. Main venous trunk, that is internal iliac veins. Internal iliac veins. Not only from the water that of the anterior part but also the posterior part and the two means lateral part from inside out. It opens there. Coming to the lymphatic drainage of the water that of the rectum is very much it is just like a beaded appearance. It will be having afferent and efferent lymph vessels and the lymph nodes which will be there entirely surrounding the water that of the entire length and the diameter of that of the rectum, and then it will be going to get open into the superior rectal group of lymph vessels, lymph nodes, middle rectal group of lymph vessels, lymph nodes, inferior rectal group of lymph vessels and the lymph nodes, both afferent and efferent, and then it will be going to get open into the internal iliac group of lymph nodes, internal iliac into the what common iliac into the what entire things where it will be, but coming to the what this, it will be very much rich lymphatic drainage for the water that of the rectum. Now coming to the nerve supply for the rectum is definitely nerve supply. So venous drainage is this. So this will be the arterial supply. Nerve supply for the water that of the you can say rectum is by sympathetic and the parasympathetic. The entire length of that of the you can say 12 centimeter right from its beginning. That is the third piece of the sacrum up till ending into the what rectal junction. The whole thing, it is completely surmounted by the what nerve filaments. Now those which will be surmounted by the nerves, entire 12 centimeter length, it is by the water that of the you can say sympathetic and the parasympathetic. Sympathetic and parasympathetic. Now sympathetic is the what that of the you can say bodily segmented part which is formed by the what ventral ramus of that of the you can say sacral spinal nerves as well as this sacrococcygeal fluxus. But when it comes out from the water that of the you can say foraminas or earlier to the water coming out from the foraminas, it will be going to have the water that of the ganglion. Now this ganglion is called as the what sympathetic ganglion. Now to these areas, the vagus, that is what the parasympathetic of right and the parasympathetic of left, they come from the what entire traveling into the what abdominal cavity, comes into the what pelvic, and then these parasympathetic, that is the vagus nerve right left, they try to join to the what few filament to the what that of the earlier part of the what sympathetic ganglion and after the part of the what that of the ganglion sympathetic. After joining, it will be going to give rise to the what fluxes. Now those fluxes are coming out. Now these fluxes are called as the what preganglionic and the postganglionic or grey and the white communicants. Now from these, after uniting, what the nerve filaments comes out. Now that will be called as the what fluxes. Those are called as the rectal fluxes. Rectal fluxes. So rectal fluxes is a mixture of cranial and the spinal. Now that thing, it will be the what pelvic fluxus. Now this pelvic fluxus at the level of the what rectum, it will be giving rise to the what rectal fluxus. Now this rectal fluxus, which is formed by the what cranial and spinal or autonomic or rather craniospinal, is supplying to the what that of the rectum. So root values of this spinal segment, spinal segments, spinal segment, root values, S2, 3 and 4, S2, 3 and 4. So this is the nerve supply. Now coming to the bottom, that of the rectum histology. Histology of the rectum, you will be having what is said to be as a what? Serosal. This is what the serosal. Serosal is the what? Flattened endothelial and the what? Mesothelial. This is the visceral part of the water, that is the peritoneum. That the pelvic part of the peritoneum. Then you will be going to have the water subserous, which will be containing the water, that of the areolar tissues, and the water arterioles, venules, lymph vessels, lymph nodes, and then the nerve filaments. Then you will be having a muscular. Now that muscular coat, you will be having the water outer longitudinal and the water that of the inner circular. So you will be having a longitudinal and this is the circular. So this is a muscular layer. This is a longitudinal muscle layer. This is the circular inner. Then you will be going to have what, one more. So this will be the what, submucous layer. Submucous layer of the water, that of the cancer rectum. It contains the very rich amount of the water, that of the areolar tissues. Areolar tissues. Areolar tissues. And the what, arterioles. And arterioles, venules, lymph vessels, very much rich, sympathetic and the parasympathetic nerve filaments. So these will be there. Then you will be having a mucosal layer. Mucus layer. Mucus layer of the water, that of the rectum. It will be having what is said to be as the same types of the water, that of the cells, which will be there in the water, sigmoid. So you will be having an intestinal gland, but these are called as a water. Beginning of the pelvic part of the large intestine glands or the rectal glands. Now the rectal glands, you will be having a water. Definitely secreting cells. Now those secreting cells are the water. Definitely you will be going to have the many varieties. Now these varieties of the cells are called as the rectal cells. Now these rectal cells or the rectal glands contains the water, that of the mucus. Then you will be having a water. Lowest part of that of the rectum, it contains the water, that of the stratified, and then you have got the columnar. These cells are present in the water rectum histological part. Then you will be going to have what is the, you can say, embryology. Embryology what? Rectum. Embryology. Development. Embryology of rectum. Embryology of rectum. Development of the rectum. As it is a part of the gastrointestinal system, that to pelvic part, and more than that it is supplied by the water, this inferior mesenteric artery. So this has to have developed from the what? Hindgut of the endoderm. Hindgut of the endoderm. So this is the development. And what must be the water? Applied anatomy. Applied anatomy of the water, that of the rectum. It is, one is the what? Inflammation of the water. Mucosal folds of the water, that of the rectum. This is the inflammation. inflammation of mucosa. Definitely it is called as a rectitis, but it is as it is a what not better to hear. It might be going to call it as a what proctitis. Proctitis. Proctitis means it is an inflammation of the water that of the rectum. It may be the chronic, it may be the acute. So this is the one. Second, tuberculosis of the water that of the rectum, very rare, but it may. Then you will be going to have the water malignancies of the water rectum. Rather you can say it as a water cancer of the rectum, benign or the malignant, where there will be the tumors. This tumor may be the from inside, growth will be there from the mucosal. Maybe it is from the external, from the water that of the muscular or the water, other things. So it comes. That will be going to give the water pressure over the water remaining pelvic organs which are there in front. So those may be the what even it may affect other organ other than the cancer of the rectum. So these are the things, tumors of the rectum. Now there will be the what? One examination in the sense, if the patient comes with the what? Some discomfort, at that moment you have to examine the water that of the rectum. So 2 fingers in the rectum, you can feel, in case of the what female, the posterior wall of the water that of the uterus, you can feel. But in case of the water that of the male, 2 fingers in the rectum, you can feel some minor vesicle and the prostate. If prostate, benign prostatic hypertrophy is there, you can put your 2 fingers in the water that of the rectum and you can feel the posterior median lobe and even posterolateral lobes by the what? Per rectal examination. So 2 fingers in the what? Rectum, in order to feel the water enlarged or malignancy or benign prostatic hypertrophy in case of the male, and what are seminal vesicle disorders. By this examination, this is called as the per rectal examination. Now in case of the water that of the you can say female, you can feel the what any tumors arising from the what uterus, you can feel from the posterior wall if there will be a tumors are there from the what uterus, cervix. Put 2 fingers in the rectum, that is in case of the female, that is a per rectal examination in case of female. So this will be the thing what you can do. So with this, rectum is finished, but in the examination, the rectum may be going to ask as a full essay type or gross anatomy of the water that of the rectum for 5 marks. Provided if it is asked for the water that of the 5 marks, you have to write briefly the relations, everything, and including other things. So now, to make an end of this rectum, lateral relation of the water that of the rectum in male and in female, you have to add other things. Now those are the what you will be going to get the at the end when this rectum will be going to end to begin as a water that of the anal canal at this point laterally. It is also related to the ischiorectal fossa. Ischiorectal fossa. So that one point we have to add into that. So at this point, ischiorectal fossa in female So with this, the whole of rectum has been ended. Thank you very much.